Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to something that I probably shouldn't be doing today, of all days specifically, but I'm going to do anyway. If you don't know why I'm saying that, it's because the cutoff time for Gacha Fest entries is in 2 hours, I think. I'm not sure if we're including the 15th for submission days or not, and I guess that's also depending on like whatever Mops' time zone is. But yeah, considering that, there's still quite a lot of the Gacha Fest playlist for me to get through. Of course, today's the perfect day to start doing some Minecraft stuff. You know, classic. But yes, welcome back to Minecraft Review. This was arranged beforehand just due to availability. The availability of one Aidan specifically.
Hello! Yes, we are talking about Aphmau. Listen, okay, I am loving Mermaid Tales right now. And, we gotta review it when we get a chance. It's so good.
It's also on the subject of, like, this one, I believe, just came out, so, you know...
Yeah, it came out about 3 days ago, so...
So, yeah, there you go, essentially. Alright, well, I guess if that's the case, then time is of the essence. And you've got something arranged for after this.
You actually are able to see that. Don't mind that.
I knew you were going to make plans. You know, I've done to be present for the plans to occur in order to know that they're actually taking place. So, you know, I knew that beforehand, which is fine. But yeah, like I was saying, you know, time is of the essence for that reason. So you know, it's I mean, also we've talked about specifically where, you know, like my stance is on the future of you know, or like the possible future of the culture anyway, in terms of like that specific thing that I was intending. You know, the Orchid plan now, so
I mean, I guess it was pretty obvious. It wasn't very subtle.
Yeah, you know, sometimes they don't need explaining, which is even better for me, to be honest. But yeah, I did feel like I should specify at least, you know, the part where it's like, oh yes, they don't have to be in conflict for that to happen.
Oh, wait, not in the moment. Okay, so, by the way, look at the characters on screen. You see, like, that blondish guy on the left side of the screen?
Yes.
His hair texture reminds me of Xavier, and you know who would be the perfect character in this show to be a part of an antagonistic force, like the Marines? Yeah. Xavier. He would be the perfect person. I don't know if they would bring Xavier back, because, the fact Falcon Claw didn't make that much money, or lost money, according to Jason, when he talked about it. So that's you know, I don't know how willing they'd be bringing back Xavier, but you know, I think it would be cool. But I also don't know.
It depends if they determine the reason that it lost them money. You know, because I mean, because you know that there's several things that it could have been, not necessarily because of the new characters, because obviously ever since then they've introduced newer characters that have stayed around, and that was, you know, obviously not the sole problem.
I want Jenny back in a modern day video, just to have her VA around, because I love her VA personally.
Okay. I mean, honestly, yeah, Jenny. I mean, it really depends, because, you know, unlike last season where, you know, Aaron's lady troubles were a huge part of the story, you know, she arguably wouldn't like fill her original purpose. But maybe like if they gave us something else at this point, then maybe. Xavier, on the other hand, I feel like, yeah, would be perfect on the grounds that he was already obsessed with exposing Aaron in the past. He's now a wanted man anyway, half the job he's already done for him.
Yeah.
So perfect. Absolutely.
Xavier would be even if they made just Xavier a cameo in this show, I'm gonna be honest, I'd be perfectly fine with that. Like, if you had like 2 to 3 lines total, it's just a background Marine.
There's like a lot of effort to bring back a VA just for that, to be honest.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Michaela is voicing this show too as random harbor woman, and she doesn't hold any like main roles in this show at all. So
that is fair, because I do wonder like what you know, like what other people's like approaches are for this, because with Team 4-Star, actually, I mentioned this before, but for Hellsing Ultimate Abridged, they brought in a lot of like basically like all the different like VAs that they had contact with over the years, just for like one cameo, and it was essentially just because like they give them one line and be done with it. On the other hand, I do wonder, you know, like in our experiences, obviously, you know, especially mine, quite frankly, of bringing back, you know, VAs in general for only a couple of lines, that being like more hassle than it's worth sometimes.
It depends.
On behalf of everyone, because they tend to complain about how few lines they have. But you know, it's so I guess you know it depends on the person themselves. So yeah. But for so for them, yeah, maybe it might actually work. That being said, I mean, they say, I guess, as you mentioned that Michaela Law's voice is Random Harbor Woman, they could bring back Jenny's VA as a different character aside from Jenny, if that's the only, you know, reason. But yeah,
I want Elsie. I think it's Elsie Lovelock is her name. I think that's her.
That name does ring a bell.
I want her. She voices like Uzi. She voices current Meggy. I don't think you actually heard her voice Meggy because, Pomni's voice actor or actress voiced Meggy originally, but then eventually had to quit SMG4. And during Level Up Sunset Paradise, she voiced Meggy during that show. So I don't think you actually heard her.
Well, from what I understand of Meggy during that time period, anyways, there wasn't much voice to her to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, or at least not fully.
That was all I remember.
Oh well, okay, but like she got her actual voice in 2020. Which that's when her like debuted. She had that Inkling voice. Maybe she wasn't Inkling.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Speaking of voices, one last thing, I guess, before we begin. My brother and I were watching the latest 2 episodes of the Percy Jackson series today, and in the credits, I actually at one point I recognized the name Kristen Schaal, who is the voice of Louise Belcher in Bob's Burgers, but also Mabel Pines in Gravity Falls, and I was like, Kristen Schaal. Okay. Because I mean, she's one of those people that I don't know what she actually looks like, and I haven't recognized her voice yet. So maybe she's a future character of some.
For me, I always recognize her voice whenever I watch a project. She voiced.
Yeah, that's the thing, because like the first time
she has such a recognizable voice for me.
The first time I watched Gravity Falls, I was like, oh, that's Louise. Yeah, I had the opposite because I watched Bob Burgers first, but yeah.
Like whenever your voice, I'm like, oh, I know that kid. I know that voice actor.
Yeah, so I had the opposite reaction because I watched Bob's Burgers before Gravity Falls, so I recognized. So I was like, oh wow, that's Louise. Hello. But yeah, same idea. That's why I'm thinking like, yeah, if that's the case, I mean, it could have been she just put on the same voice of both of them. I just haven't recognized her yet, but I don't know. Maybe she's Sally. Maybe she's Sally Jackson. I just didn't recognize her as that.
That's my experience when it comes to watching Pokemon Journeys with Leon, because Leon is voiced by Gene's voice actor. So whenever I heard Leon speak, I'm like, wait, that's Gene. Hi, Gene. Yeah, see,
this is something that I've talked about before. You know, that I have like the opposite. Like another thing that goes back to Hellsing Ultimate. Takada 101 likes to talk about like, oh yes, you know, this character was voiced by this such and such person. You'll recognize them as Ainz Elgone or something, or you know, this person, whatever. And then I'm like, I don't recognize them as Ainz Elgone. I recognize them as Abridged Dr. Gero, and also Cooler. That's what I know them as. So it's one of those things where it's like, well, yeah. I have the opposite thing. If I see them in like another more recognizable project, I know them from the internet thing they did first. That being said, I'm gonna look this up right now before I forget again. Yeah. Let's see, yeah. Okay, yeah. Kristen Schaal, Percy Jackson. Cast reveals, so probably someone new then. Okay. Alright then. Well, why is one of the recommended questions is Percy Jackson real? Yeah, I don't know about that one.
I don't know. I don't know. I have a feeling he's kind of real. I don't know. Just something about him just feels really real to me. You know. I'm voting on real. You know, it's like cake or fake. It's like real or not real. I say real.
That was a Hunger Games thing, by the way. Real or not real. That was one of the games they played in the. Oh, and no, they did adapt it into the movies. That did make the cut. Yeah.
I haven't seen Hunger.
Oh, okay. She plays Tempest. Okay, then I have seen her. I just didn't recognize her under the makeup. Wait, actually, I decided to know what she looks like, so yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, you know, it's like you don't know. I didn't recognize her in her makeup. I was like,
when she spoke, it was different. So okay, there we go. All right.
I mean, makeup can really disguise someone. Like in Doctor Who, Karen
Yeah, but it
Gillan.
doesn't help if you don't know what they look like to begin with.
But like in Doctor Who, Karen Gill, I forget how to say her last name. She played Amy eventually. But basically, she was in series 4 as like this alien, as this like woman who was a part of a kind of future-seeing cult. But she had like all this white makeup on her face and stuff, and that was a series before she actually debuted as Amy. And I'm like, oh man, when I was watching series 4, I did not recognize her at all or pick up that was her. So makeup could do wonders.
I suppose it can. Yeah, when you do see them. All right. Okay, I think we've spoken enough about this. Let's watch the let's watch the funny running cycle chase scene.
There he is!
Run, Aaron, run.
After him!
Not the beer! Keep moving!
Everyone, keep looking at the floor while you run after him. That'll help.
Okay, in that case, I think it was more of, you know how like in like animation, like someone like Dr. Owl used to decide and stuff. Obviously, we're in Minecraft and it's a lot harder to do that, so they just had to tilt their head to like look, be like.
Wait, hold on. What was that? Missing something. Hold on.
Missing women.
That feels like it's important. Oh, reward if found. Okay, never mind. Gotta remember that face. It's her. No, I'm kidding.
It's her. No.
It was immediate payoff. I guess I'll just watch him. Dead.
God, come on, that's not even Aaron's hair texture. We know that probably.
I mean, yeah, come on. It's obviously not Aaron. It's a corpse now. It can't be him.
Look at me. Shit! What did you hit me with?
What? Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
An explosion.
Captain Stone. Please spare me.
Annoying. This isn't Aaron's.
Why does this? Okay, that sounds like the kind of thing that gives like an anime character. You know, as someone like if like lines like cute or annoying or pathetic. Feels like that. Was like either an anime character or a video game character. Possibly both.
Neighbor, sir.
I promise I did nothing of what you think I've done. Whatever you got against me, I can prove I did none of it.
Agreed. A real murderer would not beg for his life.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Where are you getting that idea from?
Yeah, I don't know about that, Chief, but okay. I don't know.
Yeah, a real murderer who is willing to take other people's lives is clearly never guarded around their own. That's never been a thing.
Yes. However, a pirate is still a pirate.
I am no pirate.
And his neck got snapped.
Right, so what were we saying about murders before? Okay.
Well, they're the Navy. They're better than everyone else. Okay.
I guess depending on the time period, I guess execution without trial might have been more fitting. I don't know.
Keep in mind, I do say that because this show, or at least earlier in the show, we have established that the Navy is kind of corrupt anyways from the Aaron flashback in episode 4, I think. Or episode, it was episode 3 maybe. But the Aaron flashback, it's like you're supposed to be the Navy. It's like it's like what are you doing? But so I assume this series is also going with an undercurrent of the Navy kind of sucks a lot.
Yeah, very, very, very One Piece of them.
I mean, this is basically Aphmau does One Piece. Also,
to be honest, I feel like that's probably somewhat inevitable, just on the grounds that if you want to make pirates seem good, you have to make the Navy bad by comparison. Otherwise, the audience can't root for them.
Also, look at that girl's face. I don't know what happened when they were like texturing the skin, but they didn't texture the face. They
I'll be honest. I have seen girls in real life with that much makeup that makes their face look like that, so it wouldn't phase me.
I don't know. Also, if she was wearing that much makeup in this time period, it'd probably be full of lead. So much
Hey,
lead.
I didn't say it was the best idea. I'm just saying it wouldn't phase me.
You stand and work for. They trick, steal, destroy, murder.
Who are you talking to right now? They don't know
The
what pirates
crowd.
are.
The crowd. He's like he's making a
Attention, everyone! In case it wasn't obvious, pirates are bad. I know. The hot button issue, but someone had to say it, alright? Someone had to say what we were all thinking. No, they didn't. Shut up. I'll punch you next.
Also, I'll break your neck with my bare hands somehow. I'm that strong.
Should ever be allowed to live. Remember that.
Aphmau, you
I'm
watched
so glad
Aphmau, you have a bad memory now. You watched the murder happen. Yay!
Yeah, there we go. If that doesn't count, nothing will. I bet you think right now, wow, I'm so glad I gave that random guy the captain's jacket.
Zane, I think I'm scared.
You think?
What is this new sensation? I've never experienced it before. Is it fear? My hands, what is happening to them?
Show it. Let's move.
I mean, you
Also,
know,
Zay just buried inside of her actual shoulder. I feel like he's like way further down. You see that random guy also just running around.
Aaron is doing stupid and running around the port.
Since everyone is gone, I can play around Azure Bay. But first...
I mean, I feel like you would be able to do that anyway. Why would them being there affect your ability to play around?
I should...
Floating plane of wood during the day.
During the day? She specifically said everyone's gone. I can play around. Not it's nighttime. I can play around.
Check on Aaron. Make sure he's still at his friend's ship. Can't have a new friend die on me already.
Oh, Lumi, you're precious.
No, see, see, Ghost Kitty. It's called stage acting. You don't actually hit the person. You just, they react accordingly. Maybe that was it. Maybe it was this was all just propaganda.
Propaganda.
Next time you see a guy in this jacket, punch him till he's dead.
You make him sound like Batman.
I am the hero that the Navy deserves.
Green sails. Looks about right.
Can't possibly be any other. Yeah.
I will say those are green sails. Later, Aaron in this video calls certain sails teal when they look more cyan.
I see. Okay.
And I am really
bear that in
annoyed.
mind.
And I'm really annoyed by that. It's like, okay, so let me explain the difference between teal and cyan. Cyan is more blue than green. Teal is more green than blue. And
It would be better if we brought that up when we saw the sails in
Yes.
question, so we can see the actual error.
Sir,
What?
you really think he ain't killed them in that town?
No
that's not Jason.
against his
Not
code.
Jason. Jason too. That
Jason
Blade.
Lord?
Jason.
Code.
Pirate with a code?
No one deserves to die, he says.
Ooh. Well, no one on this ship lives to that standard, do we?
I'd love
Oh.
to see another. I said I've seen another fellow character wearing green making that message out in the world. Just saying.
Not a one of us, but I didn't hurt someone who didn't deserve it either.
Speak for yourself. Where do
You
you
hurt.
think
You
went
hurt people.
He
who-
is speaking for himself. He said, "I haven't hurt someone." That is literally speaking for himself.
off to anyway?
He didn't say. None of my business, and probably for everyone's benefit.
I mean, not for everyone's, but more of his own. But yeah.
What was that?
Come out!
Hello,
Perhaps
I'm right
a
here.
seagull flying away.
At this time of night,
What? There
Oh
wouldn't-
gosh, they pull out a sword that can't hurt me. Whatever will I do?
Cat's more like it.
At the docks?
Ships bring in mice.
Aaron isn't here? Oh, that sneaky... man.
Enough cat and bird talk.
Not every character can swear in this in this show. Thank goodness.
Finish up your work in this town, Rimmel. We will head to Scarlet Hold as soon as possible.
Fancy, are we?
I just have a feeling that
See
something
you next
bad
arc.
will happen.
See you next arc, Logan.
We already saw
Lawrence.
Logan.
See you next arc, Lawrence.
Hey, look, if you're saying next arc, that suggests there's going to be another one, so, hey, you know.
Here too. We've never seen death on a scale like Hangman's Rest before.
Yeah,
Should only stay if we
everyone
need
just kind of started filling up with black goo and died.
That is true. Yeah.
to.
It was-
And right now, I'd rather not.
Oh no, Aaron! Can't lose him!
Oh, this Diaries track is so good.
Is this where humans shop?
Yes, it
Yeah.
says that. Don't you see the sign?
I can't read. We established this. I told you
Yeah.
I can't read. I don't
She
know
also-
what they
yeah.
say.
She also might not know what a bazaar is because I don't imagine they have this in Mariana. They're kind of impossible to set up in that situation.
Maybe. I mean, you
Zane-
could have like a sort of underwater bazaar, maybe like where they're like selling like different, like each stall has like its own like kind of coral and like seaweed or something.
Where would they get the different types from?
I
Do
don't
they
know.
grow
Maybe
them inside the barrier?
Probably that's how Aphmau makes flower crowns. It was stated from Caitlin that she makes them flower crowns. So assumably there's a thriving wildlife that she has enough to make. Flower crowns with.
A thriving wildlife. I'm saying would different types of seaweed grow that in that close proximity inside of the barrier, or possibly that might have been brought in from before the barrier was sealed, but I don't know.
Maybe Eric just does like little excursions outside the barrier to grab stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I can't read.
That's what the sequences are spent up.
Oh, that's right. Wait, we didn't even check in at the marine station. You stupid woman!
Hey,
Where's the marine station? Was there a Sunset Marine Station yet? I don't know.
you're with me too, stupid crab. You could have reminded me.
A fair point. Still, you're the human in this situation.
I am, and as the human, I'm trying to get food for our captain. So let's do that, and then we can check in.
Excuse me, pretty lady.
Me?
I don't see
Gruff is talking to pretty lady.
anyone
Oh
else's
God! I think it'd be cool if Gruff got brought back in some form into a Colton now. Now that you said
I'm
that.
still waiting for Knick Knack to make an appearance, honestly.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Well, there you
leave
go.
that
If you're going to talk about this later on, maybe you never know.
Yeah, I'll bring that up.
Honestly, I can see Gruff as the armor smith actually being in the Mind next episode.
I mean,
we-
honestly, I'll mention that to go see if she wants to factor him in. I'll mention that.
All right.
as you.
Oh, thank you.
Don't fall for it. He's trying to sell you something stupid.
Okay, this is actually surprisingly an almost callback / role reversal. Because in My Street Season 1, Episode 5, this is like the main conflict. Aphmau agrees to go with Kawaii-chan to go try and find a present for Reese for Christmas. They don't actually find one, and once they get there, the main issue was that, Kawaii-chan was very easily sweet-talked by, any, salespeople, who would actually, compliment her. And it was Aphmau offering the advice to the naive person in that case. And actually, it was Zane who came along and did the first nice thing in the entire series that he'd actually, ever been responsible for. And he bought all of the ponies that Kawaii-chan had that she already owned, that she was talked into by the salespeople. Obviously, he had an ulterior motive at that point, but it was baby steps for him. So yes. So either way, Aphmau and Zane were involved in that. Now all we need is Banana-chan to show up here and be the salesperson. The whole role reversal will be different.
I don't
Are
think
you
Nana
serious?
Channel would be here because I think we're like
She
a whole
wouldn't. I
different
know.
section
I'm
of
fully
islands.
aware. I'm fully aware.
I'm
Yes.
not beautiful?
Come. Might I interest you in some of the finest jewels of the sea?
By the way, this sounds like Castor. I don't know if it is Castor, but I'm thinking of like
it's not Castor. I don't.
Okay, because the tone is like almost the same as like the chicken shaman. Oh, pretty lady, would you care to sit there to buy any of my chicken wares? Timberly worked so hard on all of them. You know, one of those.
You know what actually would be awesome? Actually, now I thought about it. The guy that Jason Lord voiced, what if that was actually this universe's version of Blaze? That would have been so awesome, actually, if like Blaze
Didn't we just go over the idea that if you want that you were saying that you wanted like Jenny's VA back, but not Jenny herself? I don't. I mean,
I said I would be up for Jenny back. I don't know. I'm just up for any character returning. Give me returning characters.
I think this is part of the reason that they're dissuaded from making new ones. You know, as
like
and they usually
returning.
ran into in alternates.
Alternate say it introduced a new character, technically. Yeah, not really. He was a vampire.
What I'm saying is, you've pointed out they've run out of old characters, so they've had to introduce the new ones.
To be fair, this show doesn't really run out or hasn't really touched on many of the older characters.
No, I meant like the desire to see the older characters, you know, holds them back from you know, either going into the more obscure ones, people aren't recognizable, or making new ones like, I guess, I want to say Captain Shalna. I've got Kristen Schaal in my head. That wasn't his name. Anyway. The jeweler is TJ Anthony. Okay, alright then.
Can I eat this?
Zane
No.
Hall's ponies like Zane Hall shinies.
But your
actually.
heart will feast on its beauty.
Oh, then I'm good. Thanks.
That won't sustain my body.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
That is the worst possible location to put a ring, but okay.
Huh?
Where? Ah! Her voluptuous bosom has taken my gem!
You're a little bit self-indulgent there, Aphmau, but okay.
What? I'm sure Aphmau likes complimenting herself.
Well, I mean, she did make an entire series where, like, half of the male characters were in love with her, so, you know.
You know, what's wrong with a little self-love, you know?
Of course.
Get her!
Okay, you said a lot of words I don't understand. What's a bosom?
Her ass!
It actually, yeah, like...
I mean...
I always thought the bosom was further up, but anyway.
No, bosom is butt. Bosom is butt.
Oh,
I think
okay.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah,
I always thought bosom was chest, because, like, you know, I felt it in my bosom, you know, like my heart, you know, that kind of thing. But okay.
Gem!
Oh, rather I solve Navy problems, not relationship ones. My mom always said not to put your gems in wenches.
What? Not put your gems in wenches. What is what? What does that even mean?
I believe she might have meant jewels in this case, but anyway.
Listen to her.
Okay, don't insert them. Like, are we going Gwyneth Paltrow kind of stuff, where it's like the vaginal jewels? Is it like that little referencing here? The little eggs.
It's that who knows? Maybe there's a goop equivalent in this world.
Oh God, I don't want a goop equivalent in this world. It's horrifying.
The plot twist: that's what Jenny's in charge of.
Oh no, Jenny, no.
She has similar hair to Gwyneth Paltrow, in all fairness.
Zane, why did you get us in trouble?
I thought with my eyes, not my brain!
What do we
Yes, and then you left the actual item itself completely exposed.
do if I get caught?
Okay, put it in her bandana next time. That'd been way more subtle.
Then
Yeah,
Aaron...
but he also would have noticed that the ring was missing after she looked at it for a second. So then he still.
Which, of course, he immediately didn't this time. It was much given the alternative.
Hide! There!
But how's Aphmau supposed to compliment her own booty if it's not hidden near her butt? Exactly.
I'll tell you what she could have done. She could have made a joke about her not fitting through the gap there. There you go.
A door.
Don't. Let's just lay low until...
No, we're walking around the house.
Woman, stop opening doors. This is the third one.
Yeah.
What is this place?
It looks like a lair of some kind.
Lair?
This is neither a lair nor is it evil. This is a laboratory for science. Yeah, just stand there when the person who doesn't know that you'll be broken in is, finds you there. Of course, yeah, very, very, very smooth. Yeah.
This is it. Huh? Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
What are you doing?
He's playing with lightning. I want to see.
Do you call steam lightning?
I think sparks are technically meant to be flying because this is a circuit, but you know.
They were? I only saw the steam.
Perhaps I should make two. You, can you pass me that solder over there?
Huh?
No, well,
Me?
Yes, you. Pass me that solder.
Uh...
The circle shiny wire over there.
is it used to not have his sisters not
Oh,
know what they
yes.
Okay.
I don't know what a solder is until this.
I'm just like, did she reach? How far did? Wait a minute. No, go back. Yeah, all right. Let me just stretch my arm like Mr. Tickle and grab that.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Tickle is a funny name.
Here.
Yes. And there's an actual
Thank
character.
you kindly. Wait a minute. Who
Oh.
are you?
By the way, is it just me or is some kind of like Harvey when you do the Harvey voice?
Yeah, like I can honestly hear it, to be honest. That the inflection is pretty similar. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is what I was thinking. Yeah, of course. That's why it was steam there. Steam for the steamed clams he's gonna have.
I don't remember having any friends.
Dang.
But you remember having an assistant you talked to and asked to pass certain things. Okay.
Certainly don't remember having any lady friends.
By the way, if you want, speaking of old characters they could have brought back for this, you know who would have been a great character to bring back for this role?
Who?
Chad.
Yeah, but Chad's
that one-
old. Chad's old though.
Yes, well, that was part of what made him fun. As a crazy old man. Chad G. Augustino Leopold III. I am the science person. Like, come on.
One time a lady looked at me and I felt some kind of chemical reaction happening. But I digress. What
Okay, maybe if you said that line, it might have been weirder. But they could have worked something out.
brings you to my laboratory?
My name is Aphmau. I'm just here hiding.
Strangest name I've heard. And you're hiding from what exactly?
I mean, Aphmau is a pretty strange name.
Yeah.
Don't give him information.
What's to you? And hey, Aphmau isn't a weird name.
It certainly is.
No, it's not.
Indeed it is.
Then what's your name?
I'm so glad you asked. My name is Sir Edwin H. Bessemer I, the most renowned.
Yep, see, isn't that so close to Chad G. Augustino Leopold III? Like, come on, it's the same archetype.
Okay, I will say, though, this show seems to want at least, let's just say this character is probably going to stick around for a bit longer. And
I didn't suggest that he wouldn't.
No, but I'm just saying this show seems to at least want to, outside of our main trio, want to also introduce new characters. So that's why we have Lumi, a part of the crew, and, potentially this guy. I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, I'm not against new characters. I'm just following on the thread that you mentioned earlier as far as old characters coming back.
No, but like what I'm saying is I think it being Chad would work if it was a one-off character and obviously tweak dialogue. But if this character is meant to be around for a bit longer than a episode or a scene, then I think it's better taking in the new character route for this show at least.
I don't think it's either better or worse. Chad would have absolutely worked as a companion character. That's how he was introduced. That Aphmau walked into him randomly. I think.
Is Aphmau even talk to Casters VA nowadays? I don't know
to
if they even...
Castor's VA.
Yeah, I don't
So just-
think...
AKA Castor himself.
Oh, that's his name? Oh.
Yes. Yeah, because he was one of the original 4 in the Challenge Accepted Inc. Comparison. It was Aphmau, Jason, Castor, and Sachel.
I don't know if they even really have a connection or talk or anything. Because
I know that he was part of the Exodus.
Yeah,
but I'm not. But yeah, I'm not saying that. I don't know why you bring up Castor right now. I didn't mention him.
Well,
I mentioned him earlier.
Yeah, you mentioned Castor. I don't even think this could be Castor if they wanted it to be Castor anyway.
I never said this should be Castor. I said it should be Chad.
Oh, Chad. Well, Chad was voiced by Castor, wasn't he?
Nope.
No, wait. Chad was voiced by someone else. I forget.
Yep, he was voiced by the Dragon Hat, or Evildoers, as you know now. Andy, basically.
Oh, Andy.
Yeah.
I'm honestly, I'm surprised Andy hasn't had a small voice cameo in the series so far.
Well, they could have given him one here, but oh well.
Also, the new VA is kind of nice giving new VA a chance, because I noticed I saw somewhere that apparently the new VA posted that he's so happy to be voicing a character for Aphmau on Twitter. Apparently somewhere.
That makes perfect sense. At this point, there had to be at least someone. Yeah.
It's exciting for some of these new VAs. Honestly, I would be over the moon if Aphmau wanted me to voice act Aphmau.
Yeah. So Aidan, again, I want to clarify something. I was following along with like the idea that you mentioned with like bringing back older characters. I welcome the new cast. I would just building on what you said earlier, and then you're pointing out the thing that I mentioned where it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know. Discussions. Also, by the way, this guy is wearing teal. This is for later in the video, but this guy is clearly wearing teal, or at least a teal-like green. Maybe slightly more green than teal, but it's still, it leans a lot more to teal than what we see later.
Oh, all right then. By the way, everything's freezing up for me right now, so I might start running into issues right now. So yeah, no one told me to put any images on the screen because Discord's closing.
Also, a big fan of the orange eyes. It's just a character design thing I really like for some characters. I like orange eyes on characters. Like, Luna has orange eyes. Who else? I don't know. Orange eyes are just a really nice feature on character. And Kwai-Chan's eyes, I think, are technically meant to be more brown, like a light brown. They're not really orange. Like, these are actually orange. Noise are also, I think, orange. Or are they yellow? Noise are maybe orange or yellow. I forget which actually eye color Noise technically has.
All of the Tri-Island!
Oh, it's working now.
Are you drunk?
Okay.
What makes you think I partake in a beverage that could kill my precious brain cells?
Oh, you know what? Speaking of drunk characters, another character they could bring back for this. Well, you mentioned actually there's a couple of ago. You mentioned McLeod. I just thought of him again because drunk on the table. Kind of how we saw him in My Streets.
I wonder if Aphmau remembers McLeod.
Yeah, that's also a possibility that she just might have forgotten about the existence of some of the characters who didn't who didn't stick on. Not Chad necessarily. He's that I feel like he's too like ingrained to take part in this. But possibly someone else.
I feel like McLeod and the Minecraft Isle characters, I see Aphmau forgetting about them, or at least not exactly remembering them, because I have a hard time remembering them sometimes. Listen, Minecraft Isles is alright show. Although I kind of wish Aphmau was wearing her Minecraft Isles outfit. That would have been so awesome. Such an awesome a reference for her to actually port herself in the Minecraft Isles outfit. Not that her outfit isn't cute here, but it's like that would have been such a cute, fun reference. Being like, oh yeah, this outfit I wore in Minecraft Isles. I'm here.
Right. Yeah.
I forget that not everyone can keep up with my dialect.
You died?
I mean, well, that is.
This is kind of close to Donna and Emmeline.
Are you here for something?
Okay,
Yes, it's
enough! This is getting annoying!
Wait, you make both male and female voices?
No, down here.
I have a really wide range of voices.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Boo.
Wait,
wish I had.
a talking crab?
Yes, and your shoddy wordplay is making me upset.
Amazing! Simply
Wouldn't be surprised,
amazing!
honestly.
What are you
Hey, look, honestly, a scholar meeting a scholar. This would be, you know, a match made in heaven if it happened in season 1.
Ow! Jeez.
Okay, calm down. Look, I'm hiding from a guard. That's it. And I really don't understand what you're saying. Can you please not use big words?
Story of my life, Aphmau.
Wow, Jacob. I'm shaking my head at you.
Please. So pleasant. Fine. I can limit my speech for you because I must inquire. I mean, ask about this crab. Why does it talk? Did you invent this?
You can just ask me.
That's very true. And also, how do you invent a living creature?
I would, but if you're an automaton of legend, then I'm not gonna trust your word, you silver-tongued devil.
If it's a legend, then there's most likely another explanation before the actual legend one.
Zane is my friend, and we've been crewmates for a while.
Exactly.
So many interesting things for my eyes and mind to digest today. I mean, I was called in to discuss a new breed of fish never seen before, a long silver creature, and come up with medals to catch it. Then I came across what I believe.
Wait, hold on. Medals to catch it? Don't you mean methods to catch it? That whole limiting your dialogue thing is not helping you out a lot, I don't think.
Was a witch who sold me not only the solder you passed me, but a talisman to keep evil away and bring good fortune. Then a slew of other things, and I swore I saw a cat with no upper arms, but walking on 2 legs, and then
Okay, I'm really hoping this isn't all just like... I think this is partly like mad ramblings and not just all exposition, because but this is getting to... Speaking of season 1...
Mad ramblings.
But then, get this! I also saw an actual mermaid!
Except for that. That isn't.
Yeah.
The universe is really gunning for my mind to keep going, but above all else, the first woman to set foot in my lab, and she has a talking crab!
Well,
tell me, have you met a man by the name of Ivan, perchance? You two would get along.
Oh, God.
Everything comes together in the simplest yet most perplexing package I've ever seen. Which
Yeah, he's not trying anymore.
is you, small creature.
Right.
So many words.
I got so confused. Like, what did any of that mean?
I feel this man's pain.
Mermaid.
What do you mean by mermaid?
That's the word that got you confused. I thought it would be perplexing. But all right.
Oh, God.
God damn it, they're everywhere.
This looks like the same dock that Lumi was exploring earlier.
Oh, he's gotta be
Yeah, right down to there being like a nothing behind him. Where did he come from exactly?
around here somewhere.
I don't know. Maybe he's using ships to move around. He's like hopping on a ship, then hopping off a ship, hopping on a ship, hopping off a ship.
Or just swing across the angle or something. Yeah, okay.
Not this one. Oh, where the hell are those teal sails?
Now I see you mentioned the teal sails.
I'm side-eyeing you
Oh, I'm gonna be out
so
for a long night at this
hard.
place.
It's like when they called Zane a gray crab. He's a black crab, not a gray crab. Ah!
Yeah. Didn't you mention earlier that the sails were actually green? You also said the teal was closer to green, so you know it's not as bad as if they said cyan.
No, the sails are closer to cyan than teal.
Right. Okay.
They're more blue than green. Careful, don't spread the... I mean, don't worry, the only kind of black...
That's what they think he's done, to some degree.
The only kind of black death we have to worry about in this show is the black death of the void.
That's what I was saying, yeah, they think, yeah.
Something rotten.
Which, I mean, technically it is the black death.
This fruit from this ship
In a
is
way.
moldy. Not as long as I am around. Attention! This is the Marine Inspector.
You are being
Attention to who?
boarded for immediate inspection.
I think the white ship that he was looking at.
Yeah. I mean, does he even know if there's someone in there?
Well, I mean, it's nighttime. Someone's probably there.
Oh, Caspian, you goddamn liar. What's your play here?
Well, maybe he wants you dead.
No, we left at the same time. You're either lying out of your ass or you know what really happened.
Oh, he knows. Probably.
If he left at the same time, then he wouldn't have seen.
What is that?
Oh, shit.
Rolling that 20 on stealth. Hurry!
Someone is here.
This is some good
I did not see
cinematography.
this
at
here
least.
before. Aaron Saber.
I didn't see it on the wall, but now it's on the floor. It's much more visible.
Did he not kill everyone at Hangman's Rest?
That's what they say. I hear his coat stained with the blood of all his victims. Someone must have ripped this down. We need
Oh,
to
hey,
do
speaking
another
of
sweep.
Sebastian's.
You check the north end. I'll go south again.
Aye aye.
This is other post on the wall there.
I really
Hey,
like
you-
this coat too.
You could always wear your white coat that you got from the evil person.
Yeah, true. It wouldn't help entirely, but hey, you know, as I'll say this: sometimes the sometimes the art of disguise requires a sacrifice of one's personal
Flashy,
fashion.
but it'll do. Now, if you got here before we did. then you'd
Oh,
have
now
to
he
be
kind of looks
further
like
in the
Fred,
dark.
or at least with the outfit style. It's giving Fred. Or
Well, maybe that's
Ninja
why.
Fred. Ninja Fred specifically.
Why do you think he's so good at stealth now? Yeah.
Run, Aaron, run! Walking on a rope over a bridge. Don't
It looks more
mind.
like it looks more like some sort of like plank than a rope, to be honest.
I think it's meant to be a rope, but it could be a plank actually.
If it was a rope, I feel like there'd be like a sound effect that would like suggest the tensile strength of the rope itself, or something to set the, or he wouldn't be like going as fast as he is right now. Nor would he jump off it like that. That was also a really terrible idea because he could just continue walking forwards. But anyway,
Man, that guy was really distracted by his book.
Mhm.
Just like Mur that one time walking past the carnival thing, like, this book says a good place for dates could be like what was like a museum. I don't know, I forget what I said, but one of them is carnival. As Mur's like so focused in her book, walks past the carnival, and Fred's like,
yeah,
carnivals are good for dates. Looking at the carnival next to them.
Careful, Mer! You almost ran into those two random doors in the middle of a boardwalk that always exist. That's a thing, right? Why is that a thing?
Don't ask me.
Does someone need to get changed in the field like there?
Hey,
if so, not good protection on the other side. But anyway,
Public changing is very important.
is it? In what way is it important?
It's very important because nudity laws aren't strict here.
Then just don't change your clothes in public. That's the solution, quite frankly.
I don't know. Listen, it's set dressing.
How do I Fred voice? I don't know. I think my throat's kind of dry. Yeah, my throat actually is kind of dry. Actually, that is what happened. I've been speaking in this voice constantly during rehearsals, so you know, it's affected a few things.
You voice a pirate?
Well, that's the danger of going into that voice. Basically, no, he's a farmer.
Oh,
yeah. It's meant to be West Country accent, but it does become pirate if I'm not too careful about it.
You're giving pirate right now.
Yeah.
Red versus dead verse.
There you go.
I need to see the sails again so I could judge them.
Now let's see if you're on board.
Look, okay, look at that color. You cannot tell me that color is teal. That is cyan.
I believe that is also just cyan wool in Minecraft itself, so there's no way they should have made that mistake.
Why are you
Wait.
calling it teal?
What's that sound?
The sound of you being wrong.
No, the sound was like, ah.
Also, Azure Bay, Emerald Reach. What's the top there? Ruby Rocks?
Technically it's Scarlet something. Scarlet Shores?
Oh, okay, yeah, close enough. See, I was on the right tracks.
No, it's Scarlet
We searched
Hole.
everywhere. No sign of Aaron Saber yet, sir.
Keep looking.
We've checked everywhere, that's why there's no markings on the map whatsoever.
Sir?
No, I think he's just looking
Is
in the map
that-
of the general geographic area.
Yeah, but if that, well, okay, I suppose.
Hesitation. I'm here.
But there's also, like, no, like, landmarks on there either.
Ring.
Okay, anyway.
No, sir, no!
Wouldn't dream of it, sir.
You know, that the
left
second guy there, the guy with like blue eyes, he sounds a bit like Sean in Fallen Angels. Wouldn't dream of it, sir.
Which is interesting because Sean was originally based on Daniel from Phoenix Drop High, so it just
Yeah.
kind of comes full circle, I guess. Yeah. Isn't it? Is beard the same color as his hair? He recently shaved it and it's just growing back in.
Yes.
Hangman's Rest, then he has no choice but to come to Azure Bay next.
Yeah, he couldn't possibly, I don't know, turn around.
Pirates are like rats. Push them enough, and they'll eventually claw their way to the surface.
If they're like rats, then they don't have a keen sense of navigation. So they would probably go in a random place that wasn't this. My goodness, nothing this guy says makes any sense.
Go! Find him, bring him here, and do it now!
Sir, your appointment with the psychiatrist is at 3 o'clock. I don't need a psychiatrist. There's nothing wrong with my logic.
What's your report? We've searched every hold of every ship that has arrived today. No sign of him yet, sir.
He's not hiding in the bottom of some worthless ship. He either stole another ship or changed his own to hide his arrival.
Wait, actually, I just realized something. You know, in When Angels Fall at the beginning of like when they were going over like the idea of where they should go, and Aaron mentions his plan of going back to an area they'd already checked, and Derek roundly shut that idea down, despite that being the best thought, the best idea that anyone had on that table. Yeah, again, they could have done the same thing here, and it is within Aaron's nature, I guess, to think to turn around. But oh well.
He's here. You just have to lay down the right bait to get him.
Sir, is what happened to Hangman's Rest true? Did he really kill all of those people?
Hangman's Rest. You think I give a damn about Hangman's Rest? I didn't come all the way from Emerald Reach to avenge some shit pirate town. Those people welcomed in rats, and they got what they deserved. However, one pirate capable of slaughtering an entire town
with a magical disease. Don't question how he did it. He just did it.
Yeah, you might not want to mess with this guy if that's what you think happened.
That's not a tragedy. That's a worthy adversary.
He's just Vegeta. He's just Vegeta.
Yeah, he's such an anime character.
Check the captains of each ship, see who they are, and detain everyone that seems jittery. One of them.
Yeah, because no one who's under like any like raid or something would seem jittery for any reasons.
Knows where he is.
How did this guy get to... Anyway. I feel like he beat up everyone that questioned his authority, and that's how he
He
became
killed
captain.
them. He killed them. He snapped them. That's what kind of winning.
As his last decree, he granted me the highest position of authority. Any questions?
Oh, God.
Captain Stone, that's his name, not Captain Charles. All right, there we go.
I mean, I do enjoy his voice. It's nice and deep.
Get out of my brain, Kristen Charles.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Hey, captain's what pirates has. I'm not a dirty pirate.
Wait, I need to get myself a promotion. Bring me the vice commander.
You think you're gonna win? Then I'll just find out what exactly you care about.
This is another question I have. Where are they like aiming to go exactly? Because I mean, aside from
they're just traveling around and
yeah, that's the thing. Because if they want to go back to like say Mariana, for example, they could have done so by now. That was like, oh yeah, I missed my place. Oh well, okay, moving on. So yeah,
well,
that's
I assume Mariana is way further than Azura Bay. I think that was like around the best location they could go to based off the amount of supplies they had to feed everyone. Assumably, so that's why it's assumed they're going there, because every other landmass is assumably quite a bit further away, so therefore they would take a lot more supplies to get to point A to point B there. And they may assume he has a lot more of a crew than he does as well. There's also a huge chance they assume he has a huge crew. If they
took, I don't know, if they talked to anyone that saw him, they would. I feel like they would give him the exact opposite information. But yeah, I don't, because the reason I bring up the lack of direction is because I guess by what you're saying, if these are the only areas that have enough supplies, in theory, then yeah, you'll go there. But also, if you're dealing with pirates, you think that they might want to try to plunder supplies from a different vessel along the way. That would have been like their MO. Or that he already had the supplies to begin with, possibly taken from the town that he apparently slaughtered. So there are a number of ways where that would not need apply unless they know that he's that he has as few resources as he does, or give or take a ghost or two. So that's what I bring up, like the lack of direction, because if they don't have enough info to say that he has a concrete direction in mind, they shouldn't be like deciding, oh, okay, this is like where he must logically go next, because like I said before, he could easily turn around and go off the scent.
They may have also got tipped off at the direction he was sailing in general as well, maybe from Caspian. Maybe like Caspian's like, oh yeah, he was sailing in the area directly that's closest towards Azura Bay.
Yeah, but how long ago was that information conveyed? Because, I mean, I feel like he could have easily changed if that were the case.
I may not have been. I don't know, because, like, with this line of questioning, here's my thing. I'm fine with it, because I think it somewhat works for the plot. It's just the fact that if it wasn't the case, then this captain was just positioned here without guessing any location he could go to, because he has whatever he wants to get him, because I'm the strongest or whatever, and he's just here because he's just normally here or whatever, and then it just becomes a plot out of convenience versus this character having some sort of strategy based off.
They do want to establish him as a smart character, so I get like the idea behind that. I'm just saying that they haven't covered their bases to do that properly.
But I mean, like, what could they theoretically do? Do you want them to realistically lay down a map being like, okay, so from this port to this port, it's, I don't know, say 200,000 miles. From this port to this port, it's 5,000 miles. This port to this port, it's this. But from Hangman's Rest to Azura's Bay, it's, I don't know, 5 miles. Like, do you want them to do stuff like that? Do you want them to give exact measurements? What would you do writing-wise to have it be justified narratively? That's what I ask.
Yeah, that is a good question. As far as like the actual measurements go, I don't see any reason not to actually include any of those, because you could say that this person, that this character's dialogue would actually would benefit. Maybe like, okay, if it's going to be that specific, maybe he could recite those distances from memory also, which would to enhance his own intelligence. So actually that would help with what he's trying to do here. I don't know what the solution would be in terms of like trying to, add this logic. If they at least like covered the idea that he couldn't go in another direction, aside from just like blind faith that he is not able to do so. Maybe they're trying to say that this character is just way too overconfident in his worthy adversary. But if he's also putting out this adversary is worthy, then I guess then I feel like he definitely should at least make sure that there's it's got like postings in other areas.
I mean,
all these not like 100% certain that this is where he's going. This is just like the most likely area. He said like there's no possible way of doing it. If he seemed less certain, but going by probability instead of just blind overconfidence, it would help his intelligence. Maybe not so much if they're going with like a flaw of him, and hubris. Maybe that's what they're trying to say. But I don't know.
I don't know, because I think it's more or less he somewhat would know the distance between everything and like the most logical direction for Aaron to take to get supplies and like where he would eventually have to stop because food would be eventually Azure Bay because everywhere else is just that much further where you're potentially going to run low on supplies or start.
Yeah, but that's assuming that he was low on supplies to begin with. He doesn't know unless he knows his fund situation. And has been tipped off about that from other people, then he wouldn't be able to like make this guess with 100% certainty.
Maybe I don't know. Like I don't know. It's just
if you're suggesting that he thinks he's got more of a crew than he does, then it stands to reason that he might have more resources as overall.
I don't know. For me at least, it's like it's like a do if you don't do if you do or you don't. Regardless what Aphmau would do here, you would still have questions and still would be like, wait, but how would he know that? Or, oh, wait, this is just plot convenience because the person who wants to find him, it just happens to be stationed here. Just casually.
The problem I have is how certain he seems. Like he's leaving no room for error whatsoever here. And any good strategist has got to like cover their bases for if something goes wrong. With all the information they have.
Maybe he is meant to be overconfident. I don't know. I don't know. It's just one of those like narrative things where it's like you're gonna run into. I think at this point you're just gonna run into issues either way. You're like there are gonna be lines of questioning where you can't answer one either way. There's gonna be like, oh well, this doesn't make sense or convenience.
I do like how you were talking about like distances before, and Ghosty is actually figuring this out for you.
I don't know how to read C maps. Although granted, I will say
that's what we have team theorists for, so don't worry about it.
But here's the thing: C maps are also, I'm pretty sure, for what I know, are at different scales. Like some C maps look like super large, make everything look a lot closer than they are, but really like like maybe each thing's 100 miles away from each other.
Yeah, most maps have the scale underneath it, so
this map doesn't have a scale. This map doesn't have a scale. I did not see a scale.
Oh, then okay, that's another issue. I mean, as far as like they already have as few markings as humanly possible on here. But, but like the fact there's no scale is particularly detrimental for them.
Aaron also didn't have a scale with that one map he showed wearing Mark Mariana. This whole series just didn't have scales.
So when you
actually another thing he could have done, if he had enough supplies, he could have gone past Azure Bay and be on his way by now. They might be wasting time.
Say mermaid.
You mean like half people looking, half fish looking, right? You sure you are?
I think most people have a general perception of what mermaids would look like in this world. Enough to know that they don't believe in them, but still.
Drink beer?
Drink beer? Oh my, you wouldn't believe it! Why, I could scarcely believe my eyes!
See,
yes, I do love beer, but don't talk right now.
Doesn't his shirt look more teal than the actual quote unquote teal sails that Caspian has? Come on. His outfit looks way more teal, quote unquote, than anything.
I'd have to see them again in the day, to be honest, because because I think Ghost Kitty pointed out before that the lighting might have been an issue there. Any inland yeah, that's another thing. I mean, maybe there just are no other inland locations. That's another possibility. But now that you mention that, if there were inland locations, he could have just gone to one of those. He could have left his ship behind and fled to them while the going was tough to again throw them off the scent.
I don't know. If I were him, I would just personally get out of Abyssia in general. He's the most wanted man in Abyssia. I would just leave Abyssia. Be like, okay, I'm gonna sail
like
far
that,
away from Abyssia.
you're already coming up with a better strategy than the apparent good strategist is planning for.
Although, to be fair, Aaron in this case didn't know he was the most wanted man until he got here. So if he technically leaves Abyssia now, if he gets enough supplies and leaves Abyssia now, it would make a lot more sense. Because he didn't know he was the most wanted man until now. Now he knows. He didn't know that at the time. Period.
What I told you about the new breed of fish, yes?
No?
Well,
I do. He did mention he was sent here to investigate a new breed of fish. That was one thing he said earlier.
Well, I could scarcely believe it when an actual, real-life mermaid swam up into the tank.
Lucinda?
What?
That's not Lucinda. I wish.
Simple.
Lucinda's not here.
All water in the city leads back to the ocean. Oh, she was quite lovely, too. Such bright eyes. Imagine my...
I think all water in this place would lead back to the ocean as well. But also, leading back to the ocean, I guess, I guess it would suggest that there's no, like, current that would, like, prevent them from swimming up.
Surprise when she actually spoke to me! In my tank! It actually worked, too!
Wait, hold on. So, I guess they're not using Mermish or the, like, that's not a plot point anymore?
It gets explained.
Okay.
Spoke to you? That's not like most mermaids.
What did she say?
Well, she was looking for her friend. Another...
She said something along the lines of... I'm kidding.
Mermaid.
Okay, so in the show...
I know what they're putting down here. They're searching for another friend, implied her, so yeah, we'll see.
No. What I'm saying, though, is I think I'm starting to grasp the difference between sirens and mermaids.
I thought you'd been, like, debating this, like, for the past, like, 5 episodes.
No, but I think I'm starting to grasp, like, the main difference between them. I think sirens, due to their whatever mind control powers we saw with Xena, can speak human and, like, don't actually have a language barrier compared to mermaids have a sea button speak.
I'd say that's probably among the differences, not the exclusive one, but
yeah. Also, mermaids. I don't know if mermaids actually have mind control powers. I mean, Aphmau didn't seem to have mind control powers, but maybe Aphmau doesn't know she has mind control powers.
Okay. I mean, when you say mind control powers, like you mean like these like how it was like
mental prison, prison, whatever, mental prison, mind control, something, whatever, mental manipulation, essentially.
Yeah. Jedi mind tricks. They can do that.
I mean, she basically, honestly, it's kind of giving Abraxas mind control, where he like alters your way of thinking. It's giving that.
That's not. Yeah. Okay. I mean, well, it depends. Like most of the time with Abraxas, he's, the only time he's like ever used like an actual full-on mind control was on Diogenes, but yeah.
Yeah, well, I was referring to Diogenes there, but yeah, it's giving Abraxas where it's like altering your mental state so you can do whatever.
Oh, thank you.
We need a sea bunny cover of a song.
We did like throw around that suggestion of like writing a song with like actual lyrics, but then I just like sing it as a sea bunny. Yeah.
I just girl, and then she said the most outrageous thing. She said they might be disguised as a human.
A human?
I mean, that's not that outrageous considering you have to blend in, but
Does she have a glow pearl?
Shut it, mermaid!
Oh dear, is your crab all right? I think it might be it.
I mean, she was very specific in her wording, honestly, but if there's any like descriptor of what the human might actually look like, then that would actually be helpful to know if she's being looked for, because that might suggest, okay, by who?
Oh, yeah, he drank beer.
Are you okay?
Beer is the root of all disease, apparently.
So, let me get this straight. You saw a real mermaid and had it in your tank. Why not just capture it and turn it in for a reward?
Zane!
What? I beg your pardon?
I'm just saying, mermaids are worth a lot to humans.
Yeah, there'd be plenty of shiny, coin from that.
Most wouldn't think twice to sell one.
I see. I'd never even considered that.
Don't give him ideas, please.
Did you get that, audience? I'm a good person, so you can trust me if I continue the adventure.
Wait, what about her friend? Did she say anything else?
You know, come to think of it, you bear a striking resemblance to the mermaid's description.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I was thinking. So, you know, that like, it would be good for Aphmau to know that someone's looking for her, considering that she's on nothing to, you know, to alert, you know, her concerned family and friends that she's alive.
I mean, they know she's alive. They just know she's off doing something far away.
But you don't have a purple tail, so it couldn't possibly be you.
Did you just forget about the part where they said that you'd be in disguise?
Yeah, it couldn't be.
Oh, that'll be the timer. Can't let the metal burn. You'd be
Oh wow, those are actual pressure plates. I didn't even recognize
shocked
them.
how
Yeah,
easily
now I noticed that when I was
was
walking around earlier. I'm like, oh yeah, the pressure plate's going up and down. I'm staring at them like.
I wonder what they connect to in this lab. Actually, they're just kind of there. A greedy crab. Me
Hey,
too.
can I talk to you for a minute?
Sure.
Zane, do not convince him to try to sell my kind. Please, I do not appreciate the idea of him potentially trying to sell fellow mermaids or me.
On another note, I'm suddenly very homesick. You know, it just came to my mind for some reason right now.
What if the mermaid really was looking for me? I've met 2 mermaids so far. Maybe it's my sisters? Who would swim all this way to?
Aren't you forgetting something?
Huh?
I mean, who? Maybe the people who formed a search party to, you know, find you the first time.
What do you mean?
Although I will find it,
Search party too.
I do find it kind of weird though that she words it as sisters because Tiani isn't her sister in Mermaid Tales. Tiani is just her friend.
I think maybe she means like sisters as in like, you know, like fellow like Mariana, like, you know, her brethren basically, not necessarily.
I mean, yeah, but like one of them is her literal adopted sister. So it's kind of weird speaking in the exact same vein. You know,
Would another mermaid know you were disguised as a human? It doesn't make sense unless they know about the soul echo.
Yeah, I mean, the only other person who turned into a human before is kind of dead. He got eaten by Titanus.
She's back! She actually came back! Feast your eyes!
Ah, it's...
Hello, mermaid!
Oh god, it's giving the SpongeBob scene where it's like, hello. Like the way the fish speak, like...
Yeah, I remember that now, yeah.
Oh god.
It's...
A real mermaid.
They call her a mermaiden.
But not one that you would recognize, yeah.
Something like that.
That is also a possibility. I'm still going by like brethren, but yes, that would also work.
Walking on the ship.
All right. Where are you?
Where are you? I don't know the rest of the emo song goes, but you know.
Well, it was how are you, but yeah. How are you? And I'm so sorry. That's all I know.
What the hell is that sound?
Oh, you know, just beautiful, womanly voices singing.
Hey, at least it's not Once Upon a December this time.
Once upon what?
It's the Anastasia song that was the similar tune to the Hocus Pocus song that I forgot the name of.
Oh. I mean,
How did you man a ship this big by yourself?
I mean, you seem to have managed with almost no help.
I mean, you have a crab and a mermaid.
Classic door sound.
Only if he broke the door down with his fist.
Multiple beds, but no one to occupy them. Which honestly could just mean the ship was built with a higher capacity than it actually had. But
by the way, with the way our run down the ship looks like these are holes in the wall, I'm wondering if this is the alleged ghost ship that was spoken in episode 2. I think maybe. This
oh
like
yeah, maybe he's
ship.
just like surrounded by ghosts right now. He doesn't realize it.
I mean, he has a ghost on his crew now. He can relate. Where are you? God, Lumia's kind of powerful, though. Let's be honest. She's invisible. She can phase people. She can throw things around. Listen, I'm just saying Lumia's an asset.
True.
Honestly, I want to kind of play a D&D campaign with a ghost as a protagonist. Not in the way of just Dennis, where you're like actually a ghost who actually does stuff. And a part of the party. That could be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Although I'd have to ask Vin how to set up a ghost character in general. I don't know how to set up a ghost character.
That is very true. I mean, you probably would just have a stat strength of 0 or something like that. You know.
Yeah. He has very high charisma. Very high charisma and wisdom.
That being said, AC through the roof. To see a ghost crew. I want them to do the thing where they reveal, Aaron is I guess it was empty all along, and they just turns around and the camera shows finally there was an entire ghost crew they just didn't see the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This stuff is moldy.
Holy hell.
Yeah, he's not looking too good. Oh, you want to pause and read this note?
It's upside down.
Well, when he picks it up.
Alright.
I had trouble reading it because it's
right.
in a hard font to read for me. I can't read it very well.
This feels like in a horror game where you just have to collect a bunch of letters or tapes or whatever of different characters. This feels like one of those. Alright, here we go. To all Blacktooth, written ye... Oh, wait, hold on. To all Blacktooth, writing ye from Dead Man's Reef. We netted a fine prize this night, misspelt. A mermaid pretty also misspelled. Okay, yeah, I feel like there's all this is meant to show that they're, this is not someone with the highest education. Anyway, pretty as a jewel and twice as rare. Wit hair, sharp eyes, worth more gold than this whole cursed ship. Cursed ship, oh interesting. We near Cajun her now, and I'll sail her to ye first, if your coint still heavy like ye said. She sings too, got a voice that crawls under ye skin and drags ye closer when it's... There you go.
So, if you go back to episode 1, remember that mermaid in the cage? I think that's what they were talking about. Or, well, okay, I should say siren, because let's be honest, she's clearly a siren.
Yes. There we go. Come Little Children. That was the name of the song from Hocus Pocus, which then became... There we go. All right. Yeah.
But yeah, I think whatever this pirate crew did, that Caspian may have took over the ship of, apparently the mermaid was there, and they imprisoned her. And yeah.
All right.
Apparently.
Old Blacktooth. Writing from Dead Man's Reef. The white hair. She sings too.
Wait.
Oh, okay. That's what said wit hair is white hair. Okay, yeah.
Oh, if it's white hair, then it's referencing what's her name? It's referencing Xena. That's Xena. Then.
Drags you closer when it. Wait, that's gotta be. Oh, what the hell was that?
Okay. Ooh, Black Goon is ice. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I told you there. You didn't notice that? I noticed that immediately.
Oh, cracked chip.
Hey, there's silver! Oh god, not the moon. Not the moon! The moon is scary in the show.
What happened here? Oh, where the hell are you? What are you hiding?
Oh, I thought it was about to cut away.
Why the gods?
Is that women?
Oh, the missing ladies. Probably. Possibly.
Yeah, probably the missing ladies. I mean, it was...
Actually, wait a minute. You know what? I'm gonna try and see. It's very difficult with, like, you know, my brightness setting. But let me just get a good look. Amp up the brightness a bit, and that does look like one of the ladies from the poster, actually. So, you know what? On the off chance, get my Levi drink. The poster came back. Chekhov's gun was indeed fired today. Alright, let's put that back down. And obviously that happens because it was clearly that was not going to stay open.
If it is not the exact person I've been looking for. Where is she?
That candle isn't on! What? How is that making a light source? There was no flame! What?
Hey,
also, hi Caspian, but still, what are you doing?
This day just gets more and more exciting! I'm afraid I haven't had much luck finding your friend. Mermaids are a rarity, as you know, but I did meet a woman who almost looks like your friend. Look, she's right over there.
Oh, God.
And
He's like, are you for real?
crab! Talking crab! Can you believe it? Crabs don't even have lips! That's I'm aware of. Anyway, do crabs have lips?
No, they don't.
Hush.
Oh God, he's being microphone.
Did you see that?
What?
Oh, and he teleported
What's going
to her
on?
shoulder.
How did she do that?
She's controlling him! There's no way she's a normal mermaid!
Wait a minute. His eyes. It's just like back on that island. With
Yeah,
Aaron
but they're more
and
pink
the
than
others.
red.
She's not a mermaid.
Unfortunately, now you've witnessed that man getting punched to death. You've got a bad memory. You can be under my spell. La 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 la.
Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if she's just immune to siren spells and just the reasoning.
Yeah, honestly, I would prefer
in the moment.
I would prefer that to the whole bad memories thing, to be honest.
She's a siren.
You. All this chasing and you come right to me.
What do you mean?
Don't talk to her!
Such an innocent soul.
God, that's me during D&D sometimes. I'm like, do not talk to her! Do not say that to Roya! Why are you saying that?
Oh yeah, you mean like the whole thing about like how Scooby actually revealed that she could do more with her powers. I'm surprised she didn't know already, to be frank. But anyway.
Very lucky, you know.
What are you talking about?
Tell me, have you enjoyed it? Walking on land? Spending time with your friends?
But, you know.
Doing things you could never do in the ocean? Breathing real, fresh air?
Well, yes, actually.
How does she know about that?
Look, I have zero idea what you're saying. I don't even know who you are.
No. Perhaps this will jog your memory. Eterna Morphiata. Kolos Ephema. Eterna Morphiata. Kolos Ephema.
Hey, it's girl.
You're the mermaid from before.
I don't know your
How
name, but it's you.
Div of you.
Why are you looking for me? I helped you. What do you want with me?
I don't need your help.
Okay, that's ominous.
I don't give a damn what you're looking for. I want answers. I know it was you that lied to the Navy. And I know it was you
God,
that gave
that actually
Solo
feels
code.
like the whole Lou thing. So it's like, I don't need you, Lou. I don't need your help, Lou. I need you. Like, just need his physical being. I don't need your help.
Yeah,
Lou. I
yeah.
need you, though, physically.
Which-
It's like, oh, no.
Which again, partly why that plan is going to be so important.
The hell are you playing at?
You are in no position to be asking questions.
I don't know. I have a sword to your
Do you have
face.
any
That's also that's very true. Yeah.
idea how much danger you're in right now?
Yes.
Oh, it's a clear picture of them.
Even
Okay.
I fell
Yeah,
for that sweet girl.
bunch of
But
ladies.
she has something special about her. Something that makes her even more valuable to us.
What the hell do you mean by that?
Who's us?
There's no way I'll let you lay a finger on her.
Oh, my friend. You will not be stopping anything. You will already be dead.
Oh my wow, she did. It'd be almost if like they all started singing. It was like a full like choir or something.
Welcome to Blockbuster animation.
I mean, yeah. Oops.
Okay, so whatever they're doing, they're managing to cause this to people. I saw somewhere
Yes.
that someone was questioning that, oh, this may not actually be the void. But I will say, I have a theory that this still is the void. But I think whatever siren powers or whatever, I assume Caspian and Siren are connected. Whatever siren powers are involved here, I think it's because the void is in this realm, and the siren powers are able to tap into the void and like do it in small scales by killing people with it. That's what
That's very
assume
possible. That's very possible. But if that's the case, then the moon actually might be a red herring.
Yeah. I don't. Well,
You know,
actually,
correlation,
keep in
not
mind
causation.
that the tides. The tides. Remember, the tides tend to give mermaid powers, or like the moon. You know, media gives like power to like relate to water. So it may also be maybe the moon also gives the power of the siren to tap into the void that's in this realm. Because like, here's the thing. Since this is very connected to my street with the whole wolf mask we saw teased at the end of episode 4? No, it was episode 5.
Yes.
With the wolf mask teased at the end of episode 5. And the fact that the trailer has like this black goo dripping, and we know the void is associated with like black goo and stuff. I highly doubt that this show in particular isn't connected to the void in any sense, and it's just, just a similar aesthetic. Like, we have like the alternates, but the alternates is not really. The alternates sometimes touches the concept of black goo, but it works in a very different function, and also the black goo and the concept of the alternates.
It could very much be the same effects that they use for both.
Yeah, and and plus alternates doesn't really reference any roleplay outside of, I guess, having like Daniel there, but like it's not referencing Maestro or anything. It's just server logic of random character appearing, So like that's why I think it's a bit different here. Like I'm pretty sure this is the void or connected to the void in some way, like channeling the void or channeling the void in some way. Because there's also, if sirens could just casually sing a song, killing like a whole island of people, or like mind control people to like sing a song to kill a whole island worth of people, that would be very shocking for like a power levels or power scaling in this world. Honestly, I don't think this is normal siren ability. I think something is allowing the sirens to have this ability. Something in this world, something different is allowing them to do this, which I assume like this isn't normal siren power, because this is not even congruent with like siren mythology, because sirens lure you to your death by like showing something you want.
They don't normally come to you, although I will say obviously that is part of that is part of what happens in Siren story, that they blend in with the environment, and they do, to give minor spoilers for whenever that comes out, they do organize themselves to become a much larger threat. You know, the stronger in numbers and all that. But that's not that's not what's necessarily happening here. Aside from like, very clear there are multiple voices going on in this rendition, but that might just be, you know, for flavor, because I've learned, if there's one thing I've learned from gacha musicals, is that people don't pay attention to how many voices are in a particular vocal recording.
A lot of the girls were singing there, was like a lot of them closed their eyes, so it looks like they're all kind of like channeling voices together.
Yeah, commentary is more efficient hunting, so yeah, that's why in Siren Story they do eventually realize that, and they're like, yeah, let's move. Especially I'll say, because of the main group that are actually trying to like expose them and actually have been hunting them down because they know what signs to look out for. They've realized they've got to step up their game as well. So like it's similar to how like in a lot of like Marvel series, super villains appear all the time to oppose the superheroes specifically, and they wouldn't have existed without them. Kind of like the J. Jonah Jameson point, basically. So yeah, that's a little bit like a different subject here. That there probably is something enhancing it. Whether or not it's the void, I mean, I honestly agree with you. It probably is that. It's too much to my dismay, because they've kind of turned Mermaid Tales into supplementary to Maestri, whereas, you know, a much less of a standalone thing, which is quite unfortunate. But in general, it's still, you know, something is definitely powering them up. Whether or not it's the void, probably is, but, you know, there's a presence there or an entity that is enhancing them. Yes.
Yeah.
He's right next to it, and he's surprised he's more resistance.
By the way, this here, okay, so since Zane Crab's being affected, does that mean like the wildlife is also being affected, like random dogs and stuff also doing that, since it affects
I
Zane?
don't see why they wouldn't be, quite frankly.
So yeah, but also this also kind of contributes to my theory that siren powers don't affect mermaids, because Aphmau here is not being affected in the slightest. Everyone else is being affected, not Aphmau, because I think it's mermaid powers or like mermaid resistance to all siren abilities, even if they are being enhanced or whatever supernatural abilities. Still avoid
I
it,
know that feeling all too well. Your lungs devoid of breath, gasping for something that is not there.
Hey, listen, I know of a cave. This is one guy. Yeah, we can raid his stash if you want. We can get you some lungs.
Stop it now!
All of them deserve to die.
For having what I don't.
Only need you.
I mean, I assume based off what's her name said, Xena said in episode 4, I assume humans hurt their family or whatever, so maybe that's why it's like a revenge play. It's like, humans hurt me, therefore all of them must die.
Potentially. It actually also does like come the full circle from like the thing that Lawrence said earlier, that Aaron's code says no one deserves to die.
Yeah.
Just really start to care about it, I guess, kidding.
You know, I was half hoping the Navy would get to you first. Would have been nice to watch. Chains on your hands, crowd screaming. See the look on your face when you finally understood you were going to die.
Which I guess is what he feels like right now. But also, you can hand him in. You don't have to, like, you know, kill him right now.
But you know, this ain't so bad either.
Okay. Feels like that texture is way more obviously just the skin. Okay.
I cannot wait to see the life drain from your body.
Speaking of seeing.
Aaron! Aaron!
Oh yeah, no, he's like suffocating, I guess. I think like Black Boo's like filling his body. I think that's what's actually technically happening here.
Well, Rose did say that, yeah, I know the feeling, your lungs filling with the something so you can't breathe. So
Not
like
Rose.
that is
We don't know her name. Mermaid.
Okay,
siren
I
name.
don't know. Ghost Kitty said Rose, so I'm just going
It's
by
not Rose. Rose is the other girl. Sister. Hey, look, Candle is someone on fire now.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's red. Therefore, it's okay. Come on. I know. I'm pretty sure there are lit candles in actual Minecraft these days.
Okay, yeah, but can you knock them over like this?
Oh shit! Shit!
Maybe you'd have to change the model for that, to be honest. But there's
Shit! Haha. Yeah.
Okay, I like how the flame just conveniently avoids Aaron, even though the entire floor is made of wood. Or is Lumi just, like, wafting them away and not feeding them with air? I guess as Caspian leaves, the trance is broken. Or the solution is fire. That's it. Fire breaks the apotheosis.
You!
Well, your control's been broken. Oh well.
Yeah. Alright.
God damn it!
Yes, we're aware that this was made 3 days ago. Thank you for clarifying that. Yeah, at this point you might just want to leave. Unless you really need this ship for some reason.
I mean, then you have to steal another ship, though. Then you have to steal an old ship.
Oh yeah, I guess it's all that effort. Yeah, might as well risk death. Alright then, when you put it that way.
Yeah, you have a siren friend who mind controls people for you and helps you give them death. It gives you powers to kill people.
Then ask her to mind control people to hand you over another ship that isn't on fire. Super easy, bare an inconvenience.
Oh, Lumi.
I wonder how many turns it takes to sing that specific song. Was he 7, but could 6 sirens do it? 5? I don't know. Could they screw in a light bulb? How many does it take to do that?
I don't think the ladies there are sirens. I think they're just mind controlled humans that the sirens
no, they were
using to channel their
they were
voices.
they were missing maidens that was on the poster. They were Chekhov's gun for this episode, basically.
Oh God, can die! No.
Hey, no one deserves to die. That's what they say.
Oh shit!
Sound the alarm!
Sound the alarm! He's running right past us! We turned around to not face him! Why did we do that? We're idiots! Parkour.
Hardcore parkour. Oh. Girl, I don't think your magic is working.
My
out
true
for you
form.
that well.
White hair. Just white hair for a second.
Oh,
Sing!
Oh, what in the world?
We need to get out of here now.
This is my lab.
Your lab won't be around without your life.
Hey, I could just break the glass and drown her.
And here I thought
Well,
she was
no,
a
it's
bit
suffocate her. She'd suffocate.
Well, yeah,
not drown.
yeah. Anti-drown her. Reverse drown her.
Stupid side.
Yes, but I stand corrected. Lead,
Wow.
and I'll follow.
Come on.
I'm surprised she stayed there.
Well, she's like having a magic overload ? Heart attack.
Yeah,
I don't
but
know.
she's having a magic overload while putting in the effort to stay afloat inside of the tank that goes to the ocean. I feel like he didn't mean to like jump over. That was definitely an error.
Hey, Aaron, we kidnapped someone. Welcome in a crew member.
We need to go.
Wait, a crew member that I can actually see, that can read, that has hands and legs? Welcome. Let's go.
No!
What do you mean?
Oh, no, we're wanted. They're chasing us.
Oh no, they're casually sauntering over. I guess they ran a run cycle budget.
Wait, don't tell me.
I saw Aaron.
Was dumb.
There's no plank there. Yeah.
Shut it! All right, there was a lot happening.
I had to get revenge on Caspian, and then I almost suffocated to death.
Who the heck is this guy?
My name is Sir Edwin H.7.
Yeah.
He's smart, man. Just go.
He's smart, man. He's smart, man with big words.
Yeah. So, anyways,
Okay, that no ship can leave a dock that quickly. I refuse. No way, especially with no one like, rowing it. And no wind. Well, I don't know what the wind is actually like, to be honest. That might be, but yeah.
Okay. Anyways, so we officially have kidnapped what's his name. we have a new.
No, he didn't kidnap him. He came of his own volition. He could have left them at the docks. He didn't.
Yeah, but now I assume he's gonna be a wanted man, though.
Sorry.
That's not.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. He didn't know about that one. Yeah. So I guess led under false pretenses.
I'll tell you whatever you want. Just let me. What are you?
Of course.
I'm the wolf.
Okay. Why in universe is there no like anything around them?
Okay, in universe, no clue. Out of universe, we gotta keep them shrouded in darkness.
We can't possibly show a non-distinct outline for them, or dare I suggest a shadow.
Okay, so this strengthens my theory. So I think the wolf in this world, maybe this maybe technically be the wolf, but I think whatever this thing is, whatever this, oh god, yeah, I forgot the mask. It's gonna be reminiscent of that. Ghosty, I'm sorry, but it's better than Lionsgate. Anyways, back to what I was saying though. So I think this is the Void Warrior, whatever, the Void thing that wants to kill Aaron, or the visitor, whatever, wants to kill the person who came here from another world. And I think the person being hunted is Diaries Aaron. But this Void entity, when looking for him, sees a wanted poster of Aaron Saber, not realizing that Aaron Saber and Diaries Aaron are different people, and they may not fully pick up on that.
All right, as far as... Okay, until you mentioned Diaries Aaron, I was with you. I don't know if the Diaries Aaron part is either strengthened or weakened by this idea. Because what we know so far is that, yes, there is some entity that is after Aaron. Presumably this version of Aaron. Whether or not it's a different Aaron, they're confused. I don't think we have enough evidence to go on just yet to make that connection.
Because, the description of the wolf, because if there's another wolf person running around with a wolf mask looking for someone as well, if they both have wolf masks under disguise or whatever, potentially.
If they both have wolf masks, then why are they not hunting someone wearing a wolf mask?
But, my theory is Diaries Aaron is looking for Alina / Lilith, who I think it would be Alina. It would be Alina. Looking for Alina, who has been warped to my street world, or my street timeline, whatever. The Void is technically be missing a time technically here. And is looking for Alina, who is being hunted down by a wolf entity in my street season 8.
Okay, sure, that's fine. But what you said earlier was this strengthens my theory. Why does this event right now strengthen that theory?
Because it strengthens the wolf is looking for Aaron, or whatever this masked entity is looking for Aaron, so it may help contribute to it. Hey, it's less crackpot than any of your theories. Gene has mind control powers. Ooh.
Honestly, hey, look, only half my theories were truly intentionally crackpots, and I always backed them up anyway.
Yeah,
whereas with this, you know, like I don't know, like this event again, like I said, it proves that that someone's looking for Aaron specifically. What you know, the motivation is as of yet unknown. All of that other stuff that could be the case, but it could not be. I don't think this like proves or disproves what you said. I feel like it's like exactly the same, aside from the Aaron thing.
It adds to it, and that's important.
But didn't you also mention? I mean, you got the idea that this person was hunting Aaron before. So if anything, we're just exactly where we were earlier.
Well, we actually didn't confirm it was looking for Aaron before. That was just a heavy speculation I had. That it was looking for Aaron. And keep in mind, this is a slightly different mask than in season 6. Because season 6 doesn't have the red scar over the eye. Like it's just flat.
But I don't know. As far as the non-crackbot thing goes, I mean, you mentioned so many different people in terms of like, yes, well, this person looking for Alina, this person doing this, and this person for that, with like nothing else to put.
Alina is supported by the fact that the girl writing in the teaser could potentially be Alina, based off the fact that she sounds slightly different than Aphmau and the way her hair is textured and stuff. That's why
Alina does have an actual voice, so I suppose if you could like cross-reference that.
That could be Alina in the teaser, because you know. Or it could also be another version of Aphmau in the teaser as well. It could also be like a third.
Yeah, if we are talking about other versions, yeah, like I said, there's not that much to go on here. The reason I always chose crackpot theories in the first place was because I would be able to back those up, you know, with like what I was with like what I was saying, what was available, and you know, just like with thing like, oh yeah, you know, these things are would be either proved or disproved. In the case of this, you're dealing with things that are intentionally meant to drag you in like a bunch of different directions. That's why I'm not saying like, you know, I'm not saying this is this wrong or correct. I'm not, you know, it feels that's why it feels the same to me as it did before this revelation, because you'd already kind of covered everything before that. But anyway, like I said, this is by far my least favorite, you know, aspect of this particular series, because you've essentially taken something that people wanted to see for multiple years and you've, you know, turned it into, you know, into a backdoor pilot for the popular thing. Which yeah, I'm not super fond of, you know, like sacrifice. Like so many things have been altered in this season already, and now on top of that, it's, you know, it can't even like exist on its own for its plot to work. That's why I, you know, when I said like for the Butterverse, I based it off of, you know, how the MCU used to work, where things were stand alone, you know, aside from like the crossover events that would happen every now and then, so you could actually enjoy them as their own project. Whereas with this, if we're going in a void direction, that's not going to be possible in general. It's going to, you know, rely on having seen and remembering all these different things. And not everyone is stuck around for as long as we have.
Keep in mind we are also on the second channel that's meant to be all about nostalgia for older My Street and older lore for stuff.
Potentially, that doesn't take away from the idea that, you know, that like this series that we're nostalgic for is not that it's coming back in a way that feeds into something else rather than itself.
I don't know, like I don't mind as much because I find Aphmau playing with some of her unique lore to be kind of fun, and like actually I don't know, like especially because I frankly don't know if after My Street or whatever happens, we don't get any more role plays. But I also would like Aphmau developing more of her lore before we potentially don't get any more of it for a very long time, or the rest, you know, for eternity, because Aphmau's main channel is kind of awful right now.
Well, I mean, yeah, like obviously at some point, if she wants like draw things to conclude them in some way, you know. If anything, that would actually what we're seeing here would suggest that there is going to come an eventual end after all of these different things.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if after My Street season 7, like, or season 8, if it goes like this show season 7, Minor Demon season 2, and that have like a series finale for that, and then you have My Street season 8, and that's like the finale of My Street, and we pretty much get no serious role plays beyond that point. I wouldn't be surprised. It would be sad, and I wouldn't like that, but I wouldn't also be surprised either. You know?
I'm just thinking in terms of like it's the psychoanalysis that one could do on Aphmau. It does seem like returning to this kind of thing. She's putting in all of this effort to return to this, which she very easily could leave alone if she didn't have like the urge to those two either continue doing role plays and like this kind of thing in general, because that's just that's one of the creative outlets that she would have, or alternatively just finish off what she started, because the satisfaction would come from like bookending the story. What we're seeing right now seems to be going in that other direction. Like you said, you wouldn't be surprised if it was the second thing. I do wonder though, because I mean, yes, Aphmau has said that the server content or the Aphmau SMP era, as we know it to be called now, is definitely a much more like cathartic and relaxed approach to creating content that has like satisfied her and has outperformed the rest of stuff that she did. Well, it's now sort of like declining, but in historically speaking, ascended beyond like anything that that she would have like expected at all. So it really depends like which side that leans on, whether or not like that particular creative itch is fully scratched by like this particular methodology, or if she will want to like ever or she wants to like try other things in future that weren't all nostalgic properties. It depends, because I mean it feels like she would have the funds to do so nowadays, but yeah, who knows. The alternates might have been like I thought was like an attempt to sort of combine the two of them, plus a little bit of a Mandela catalog, because as a source of inspiration, similarly to how FNAF was turned into its own roleplay series, back in its time, and it just didn't end up panning out in that way. But that's kind of what I'm wondering which direction that leans in. Like I said before, it could be either one, and if there's anything that's being furthered by this idea that the void is super important, that that's it's this, which is why it's my least favorite aspect of this season of Mermaid Tales, because it's further confirming that the end might end up just fully just closing down these things, and that Samashi is the only one that's going to get like all of the reverence that it deserves, considering how much the other series were shafted back in the day, and apparently continue to have that same thing happen to them at this point.
It's playing to a larger story, but to be fair as well, Aphmau on a certain level kind of had to pretty much from the ground up make a whole new storyline for season 2 anyways, because
that's true of almost any series that wasn't planned to have multiple seasons.
Yeah, but then the ending, but like, I don't know. I don't mind this approach. I think it's fun. And also, honestly, I want more lore explanations. Although, granted, Aphmau and her lore explanations kind of frustrate me from time to time, because sometimes they contradict previous state of lore. I'm like, okay. When Aphmau doesn't contradict herself, I like her lore explanations. And I like lore explanations. I just don't like it when she contradicts herself, because then I get kind of frustrated. I'm like, okay, how am I supposed to follow contradicting lore?
Yeah, I mean, that's also true, but I think it's kind of another like way to, I guess, like emphasize why it takes away having like the lore focus, like it takes away from
not to mention
it's because I feel like part of the reason that My Street ended up taking off more so than Diaries was because it had a lighter and more relaxed approach to these characters that we hadn't seen in other contexts. If anything, that you could also argue that the server content, which is a lighthearted version of all of those characters that we've seen, that be dragged through, but through the whatever, can't think of the word right now. And it's like that drew like a whole new influx of people. It does seem like both of those times, that's what people seem to enjoy a lot more, is like having that fun contrast on top of so we get to like have these characters to exist and enjoy them in their presence, rather than having all these like massive like story elements taking center focus. Not saying that they wouldn't
Well,
exist.
I'm
but,
not.
the way
I
that
don't
they've
even think
been-
that's necessarily true because, like, I still stay. While this episode emphasizes a lot of the story, there are like a decent chunk of episodes in this season that really just focus on the characters. Episode 1, character focus. Episode 2 is a character focus episode. It does have a bit of intrigue with the introduction of the Realm Breaker, Soul, whatever. But like most of these episodes, honestly, have been character focused with a bit of underlying intrigue and mystery. I wouldn't even say like the story is
I'm
like
not. I'm
the
not
main
saying.
focus.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, look. When I say that it's my least favorite aspect of this series, that implies that there are other aspects I enjoy more, including the ones that you just said.
yeah, and
So I acknowledge that when when this show actually kind of like exists on its own, like does things with these characters, like has them explore like these other adventures. I have a fantastic time with it. It's just that when it goes like this this extra step or like goes into like that or possibly ties into like this particular mystery and such, like that's what it takes something away from me because there was something to take away from.
I don't know because like also for me, if I want to watch slice of life with a small hint of fantasy, I don't know. For me, I also go back to something like My Street. In comparison to this show, I actually do like the high fantasy approach because this is a high fantasy world, or at least a world with a lot more fantasy emphasized in magic, emphasized into the plot and like the way that's the nature of the world, or at least with Aphmau's involvement being a mermaid and stuff. So it does make it a bit different. We're not just in like a medieval world or whatever with no magic, and then suddenly stories taking focus. It's like we're in a fantasy world with mermaids and stuff. And
I don't think there's any Aphmau series where there's no magic involved.
Yeah, but like still, it's like this show, it does rely a lot more on high fantasy compared to My Street, which, or at least initially, doesn't rely too much on high fantasy. It's just a very subtle fantasy. And by very subtle, I mean it is actually pretty subtle. It's like, yeah, Mifwa, yeah, witches are mentioned, but you don't go any deeper than just, oh yeah, Lucinda does magic. Oh yeah, Kawaii-chan's a Mifwa.
There are people, I will say this, there are people who do forget that magic was a thing before season 4. Like I have seen that people say that online.
It's like it's fairly subtle, or at least not as emphasized in a major meaningful way. It's like it's used like the magic and the small fantasy elements of early My Street are more or less used as set dressing or a small little thing to enhance essentially a regular world, essentially, versus the fantasy being emphasized in an important way when you get to like season 4 onwards, where it's like, no. The fantasy aspect of the world is very actually important, integral to the story or whatever's going on with the characters.
Did the FNAF series have magic? You have this guy shoving children's souls into technology.
Yes.
You tell me if that's magic or not.
I don't know. And like again, like I think it's nice touching on this stuff. And we are getting to like, and after not touching on the Aphmau lore for so long, the fact that we're finally touching on any Aphmau lore is a good thing to me. Because, like, again, we haven't touched on Aphmau lore in over 5 years. Like, Aphmau lore has stayed pretty much not touched upon. And it would kind of suck if we didn't touch on it at all, until we get to My Street Season 7, which will be next year. It'll be like over 6 years.
I don't know. Why would it be any worse if we just happened to wait until season 7 when it'd be most relevant?
I don't know, because like I kind of like this. Also, it adds a bit more intrigue because again, I've talked a lot about in these streams about my theories of what could be happening here and stuff. Because like I don't know, and I find theorizing and I find mystery plots and theorizing on what could be going on to be very interesting. Fallen Angel Season 1 kind of has a bit of that aspect where it's like you kind of theorize at least a little bit what's going on, or at least kind of have some vague alluding hints to what's going on.
I mean, I don't know about that. You kind of explained a bunch of things as soon as it became relevant in conversation. I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Let's hint to that early on. But I don't know. It's like I do kind of enjoy slowly unveiling the curtain of what's happening, and it's like things are a lot more complex because I don't know. I find the idea of having protagonists unwittingly getting involved into a much larger plot where one of them inevitably becomes important to be just kind of fun accidentally. It's like, oh,
I could have told you that because that's basically what Mistress of Occult has become.
Yeah, pretty much. Unwittingly involved into a larger story at hand.
Yeah. I know a lot of that was also ghosty, but even before that actually took center focus, there was still a lady who was disgraced. Like there's still a god introduced in episode 3.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about upping the stakes. We were still level 1 when that happened.
Yeah. He was just playing with you guys. If he wanted you dead, you'd be dead.
Yes, that was the thing. That's what I mean. The stakes, the adversary so quickly, because I mean, so it does track with what you're saying. That's consistent for your character.
I don't know. And also, I am a sucker for darker stories. I personally love myself a story with a bit of a darkness into it. This show, in my opinion, has.
I'm not saying the dark tone is a bad thing at all.
Yeah, it's light and fluffiness mixed with the darkness that just comes in. It's like it just feels it scratches the itch for me because I don't like things being completely doom and gloom because, to be honest, rewatching some of those TV shows gets draining for me personally, where it's like the whole show is just doom and gloom. There's no funniness. There's no stuff. It's like, okay, cool. That's great. I love watching this show. Can I watch a slightly lighter episode that
we
feel sad?
Yeah, we have said this before that that's like for both of us as writers, we both enjoy to some degree a balance of lightheartedness with doom and gloom. We just happen to have very different
the opposite approach
on that scale at different points. Yeah, but that's so and again I feel like that's what a lot of people saw in My Street when it first came out, because Diaries at that point had become much gloomier by comparison at that stage. So there was a hankering for something more lighthearted, and again, it's possible that the server stuff was also scratching that same itch for different people. Just they happen to all that
it's just all lighthearted on the server.
Yes.
It's all lighthearted.
Yes, so they went too far in the opposite direction. Yeah, that's the thing, but I think that might have explained part of why it took off so much, aside from obviously other factors like COVID and blah blah blah. Don't get into that right now because we've already taken up from your time with Ghosty as well, because he's going to be streaming after this.
One last thing before we end stream. I was gonna mention the title,
but we haven't talked about the episode itself. We just kind of focus on the lore stuff again, that we haven't mentioned we haven't said any of the good or bad things about what actually happened aside from the void thing.
So the title. I feel like the title should have been something more akin to the search for the mermaid with purple tail or something. I don't know.
They weren't searching for her though. Well, if anything, no, it was searching for them. So it should have been the Mermaid Search.
The Mermaid Search. Yeah, that would be good. And you can still keep the title because Aphmau's Secret doesn't work as good as the title because this episode doesn't emphasize Aphmau as a secret. I mean, yeah, Aphmau's in disguise, but Aphmau, this whole episode isn't emphasizing.
Well, yeah, that's basically it, and a character who has unveiled that very secret.
I don't know. It's one of those things where it's I don't know. I feel like the title could have been a bit less. I don't know. The title could have been. I don't know. I'm not too big of a fan of the title, or at least the way it just doesn't really work as well for me. Although the thumbnail, I love the thumbnail. I'm a sucker for the thumbnail.
Trying to deal with the look and shout out to your friend coming back possessed by an evil. Yeah, My Street. The thing I love about that is that it's gone ever since season 3. It's had a light-hearted to dark ratio of different series. Which is why, actually, I originally was going to make a theory a long time ago. Actually, there were going to be 8 seasons because I feel like we were due for something lighthearted or to pick up the aftermath of what just happened before it got bad again. So, yeah.
Okay.
Again, goes back into that.
General episode, though. I enjoyed the plot of this episode. I mean... I think it was a pretty good episode. It was fun that kind of see, you know, what's going on. And I actually really like the music and the scene where like the maidens start singing and Aaron starts dying. That music and just that like reveal, like with the flashing between the scenes of Aphmau being confronted by Miss Mermaid.
Yeah,
you know,
Speaking
and
of Miss
like just
Mermaid,
the
one
way
thing
the
we
way
haven't
it
pointed
works.
out, like the effect. Actually, I feel like that was very difficult to execute, switching back and forth between a skin like that fast. That must have taken some effort to, you know, account
Yeah.
for. Or just change the hues in post production is another possibility.
Well, I
but either
mean,
way.
I assumed in like at least skin production wise, they like changed the hues of each of the hair. So when they're having her like flip between, like I think with Blockbuster at least, you can like frame by frame edit the model. So I assume like frame by frame they were just going in. Okay, like this skin file skin this for this 2 frames. This skin file gets for this frame. You know.
Huh, okay.
Pretty sure you could do that, and like
That would
Blockbuster,
definitely
like,
help with like correcting any issues that would come from from filming. Actually, yeah, that'd be quite nice. I wonder if that would actually be a possibility if someone were filming if someone were filming like a complex scene that like required like a different like asset that they couldn't actually work in the server. I'm thinking like in Drama Club, for example, if we were filming like a cinematography scene or whatever. But I don't know. But yeah.
Maybe.
Okay, well that's one way around that.
Yeah.
It so makes me want to try Blockbuster even more.
But you know, she's a villain. That was kind of obvious. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of saw that coming as soon as you freed her. I was like, yeah, no, she's evil. She's not a good person.
Well, it is also because again, you did the exact same thing for Ruby.
Oh yeah, I did do that for Ruby.
I do like how like there are some occult episodes that do directly take some stuff from Mermaid Tales, and other times when Mermaid Tales takes from you unintentionally.
Yeah.
So no wonder you're really vibing with this show. Not that I am also, by the way. I'm just, you know, again, not as much, but I'm still enjoying it.
The show is intriguing. I like questioning what's going on. As long as it gets explained. If it becomes unexplained, I'll be sad. But you know,
that's why I want to know what Captain Stone's deal is. If it is just the case that we're going with his like, if he's super overconfident and he doesn't have the credentials that he claims to, or if he's supposed to be like an actual intimidating strategist, in which case he's got a few holes to patch up, so to speak.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Maybe, I don't know.
I
don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, we didn't get much from Stone or whatever today, so I assume in the next...
enough. I feel like I've got to handle his entire personality now, aside from
I know, but I mean, like, I assume in the next coming episodes when we visit like the Scarlet Hold or Azura Bay or whatever. We were in Azura Bay, whatever the Emerald Reach. If we go to Scarlet Hold and Emerald Reach, I assume he's going to be chasing our protagonist, and they're going to have to avoid Caspian, Miss Mermaid, and Mr. Stone.
Yeah, honestly, just send off like a decoy or something. Like sell your ship to the first person that comes by. Have them get chased until they realize what's happened, and then just go the opposite direction. Problem solved. Anyway, whatever.
I mean, Aphmau didn't get any supplies this episode, so that's probably going to be a problem in the next episode because she didn't really buy any stuff.
So they're gonna have to start fishing. She has to look away every time there's a meal.
Oh, she can't even eat fish. She feels bad. The one time she accidentally ate fish season 1, she's like, "Fish are my friends."
That's why, fish are friends, not food. That's why I said that she'd have to look away. She did say she was buying food for her captain, which implies that she has another way of feeding herself. And Zane.
What do mermaids eat? Do they eat like seaweed?
Yeah, see, I thought they would eat fish, to be honest. But,
they don't eat fish.
In this case, we don't really know.
They're like vegetarians. They're like underwater vegans.
Yeah, I guess that would be somewhat seaweed based because not many plants bear fruit of any kind under the sea. Things aren't always better down where it's wetter, not for crops anyway. Except for apparently the possible multiple cultures of seaweed we discussed earlier in Mariana, but that's speculation. We have no idea.
We love speculation.
Well, you know I love speculation for my old theories, but yeah, I think that's enough for now. Ghosty needs to start the stream, and I know he wants to like have some discussions. I don't know what's he gonna do next, but either way, that needs to happen. I did promise we're gonna wrap this up soon, and we spent ages babbling on about theories.
Yes.
So sorry about that.
Anyways, toodle tip, bye.
Oh, actually, when you say this, mermaids and sea cows, actually, manatees, another word for them is sea cows, and they are said to be like the origin of where mermaids, like as a concept, came from, actually. So that's not beyond the realms of possibility. Fan fiction of but I'm actually tempted. What, this version of Lawrence, or like My Street Lawrence, or Diaries Lawrence? I don't know. Maybe. You know what? Send it my way if you finish it. I'll be curious to see what actually happened. I miss Aphmau reading fanfics of her stuff. Again, a lot of it now is too serious for that to be, for the guy to sit down and do that. It's like the big, mass, community that was, in-universe community was My Street. Shame, really. Actually, you know what? The server group could actually read fanfics about themselves. That'd actually be some pretty good content. And they would get entries from the people who they would, want to adapt and actually be, perfectly crazy enough. Yeah, you know what? That'd be good. That'd be a good idea. So yeah, List Lawrence. All right then. Well, good luck with that. To everyone else, please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. And subscribe if you haven't done so already. And on that note, until next time, farewell.